Jung believed that the meaning of life lies in the process of individuation, becoming oneself, integrating the conscious and unconscious. Individuation means becoming a single, homogeneous being, and, insofar as individuality embraces our innermost, last, and incomparable uniqueness, it also implies becoming one's own self. We could therefore translate individuation as coming to selfhood or self-realization. Meaning is born not only from rational thinking, but also through dialogue with the unconscious, dreams, symbols, archetypes. The meaning of my existence is that life has addressed a question to me. Or conversely, I myself am a question which is addressed to the world, and I must communicate my answer, for otherwise I am dependent upon the world's answer. Jung saw religious and mythological experience as an important source of meaning, even for non-believers. The decisive question for man is he related to something infinite or not? That is the telling question of his life. Memories, dreams, reflections. Meaning requires the integration of not only the bright, but also the shadow aspects of personality. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. In old age, according to Jung, a person should turn not to external achievements, but to inner wisdom. The afternoon of life is just as full of meaning as the morning, only its meaning and purpose are different. Where to look for these ideas? If you are looking for a book where Jung talks directly about the meaning of life, pay attention to 1. Man and his symbols. 2. Memories, dreams, reflections. 3. Modern man in search of a soul. One. What is individuation? At the center of Carl Gustav Jung's teaching is the concept of individuation, a process in which a person becomes a whole person, realizing and integrating all parts of his psyche, both light and dark. Jung wrote, "Individuation means becoming a single, integral being, and since individuality encompasses our deepest, ultimate, and incomparable uniqueness, it also implies becoming ourselves. Therefore, we could translate individuation as gaining selfhood or self-realization. This is not just development in the usual sense. It is a path to the present, to the version of oneself that is free from masks imposed by society and internal conflicts. 2. Why is it related to the meaning of life? According to Jung, meaning is not given from the outside. It is revealed in the process of self-knowledge. Without individuation, a person lives in other people's scenarios, follows parents' expectations, social norms, and cultural patterns. He may be successful, but inside he is empty because he does not live his own life. Through individuation, he begins to hear the voice of his true nature and finds an inner compass that leads him to his true goals. Jung emphasized, "The meaning of my existence is that life asks me a question." Or on the contrary, I myself am a question addressed to the world, and I must give my answer, otherwise I will depend on the answer of the world. That is, meaning is not a static truth, but a constant dialogue between a person and his deep self. 3. How does individuation work? This path includes several key steps. 1. Meeting with the shadow, awareness of their suppressed qualities, aggression, fears, forbidden desires. 2. Dialogue with the anima, animus, feminine in a man and masculine in a woman, is a balance between rational and emotional. 3. working with archetypes, sage, hero, trickster, and others. Understanding universal scenarios that affect our psyche. 4. Integration of the self, the harmonization of all parts of the personality. This process is nonlinear. It looks like a spiral. A person returns to the same questions over and over again, but at a new level of understanding. 4. Why is it difficult? Individuation is not about comfort. She demands being honest with yourself, including admitting your weaknesses. Crisis preparedness. Many break down at the stage of meeting with the shadow. Giving up illusions. For example, that happiness lies in money or status. Jung warned, those who look outside are dreaming, those who turn inside are awakening. 5. How does this relate to the modern world? Today, when society offers us ready-made identities, consumer, careerist, successful person, individuation becomes an act of freedom. Social media forces us to compare ourselves with others. Career races replace internal goals with external achievements. The cult of positivity displaces important but uncomfortable parts of the personality. The Jungian approach reminds us that the real point is not to conform, but to become yourself. Individuation is not an esoteric thing, but a practical way to a meaningful life. It doesn't promise easy answers, but it gives you something more: authenticity. As Jung said, whoever walks through the darkness can find within himself a source of light that will never go out. This light is the real meaning. Question to think about. Which parts of your personality are you still ignoring? And what can they tell you?